vibras?
Cause we know the vibras. Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. I'm the one and only Juan the Don, and as always, I'm accompanied by Michael Carrasco.
What's going on?
Before we start, happy Dominican Independence Day. Feliz Día de la Independencia para nuestra bella, quiqueya Dominican Republic, la República Dominicana. Happy Independence Day. We've decided to, do something out of the norm and, bring you guys a special episode today for Dominican Independence Day. And, something different, something fun, gives back to the Dominican community. We know you guys love hearing us talk about the culture and the country and things, that we do and, some of the words that are involved in our country as well. So this episode is going to be a little mixture of a couple of the episodes that we've done prior, like Dominican Spanish 101, things to expect, when around the Dominican and Dominican stereotypes. So just like a huge mixture of all of them, which all have been successful on the platform thanks to you guys. So we decided to give you guys this treat on Dominican Independence Day. How you been though? What's new, man? Before we get into the episode, talk to us a little bit about your week.
Nah, it's been good. Been chilling. That's pretty much it. I just been working and chilling this whole week. I'm feeling good, feeling happy, a little bit energized. I've been sleeping a lot more than what I usually do, so I think my body's thanking me for that. But yeah, I've been good. How about you?
I've been good as well, man. Can't complain, man. Been working and, dealing with, like I always mention, the weather in Chicago. One day it's rainy, one day it's cold. Yeah, it's just a little mixture of everything. But hey, man, we're here and, we're going good. Everything's going good and we're blessed, man. Can't complain.
That's all that matters.
Before we get into the episode, man, I wanted to go over a little bit, get into my historian vibes and wanted to go over Dominican Independence Day and how everything occurred and when they gained their independence and all of that. Right. So on February 27th, 1844, Dominican Republic, received the independence from the eastern side of the Caribbean island of Hispaniola. For those who don't know, Hispaniola, the island of Hispaniola, is the island of Dominican Republic and Haiti, which was then separated, and the eastern side now belongs to Dominican Republic and the eastern, right? Yeah, hold on, my geography.
Yes, eastern side.
Yeah,
you were on the right
track.
Yeah,
yeah, and the western side belongs to Haiti. So this day is celebrated, as Dominican Independence Day, which is the 27th of February. So every year we celebrate this, and it's something that Dominicans are prideful of, gaining their independence, and we tend to celebrate by drinking or just by posting things that surround the culture on our social medias, and embrace the music, just have a day. It's just like July 4th in the United States. I don't think fireworks are a thing on Independence Day in DR, but we do celebrate and enjoy the independence, which was huge for the country or for the island itself. So they gained their independence. Here it goes. So for starters, Dominican Republic is one of the few countries in the world that have fought and won their independence twice. First from Spain in 1821 and then from Haiti in 1844. It's the second one that Dominicans celebrate every February 27th, as that was in the date in 1844 when a secret society known as La Trinitaria, the Trinity, started the independence war against the Haitian regime. However, that's not all. The island that's today divided into two countries, Dominican Republic and Haiti, had been called La Hispaniola by the Spaniards since the time of Christopher Columbus. It grew in importance during the first century. So this was huge, man. Yeah. They gained their independence twice, but the most notable one was the second one, which was then, when they gained it from Haiti. So that's huge.
That's right.
But so what is Dominican Independence Day to you?
Man, I mean, it means a lot. I wouldn't say growing up it was definitely a big deal, but I wish we would celebrate it more when I was younger. But I mean, it's definitely, celebrating the independence of our ancestors, fighting for the right to be free from anybody else, any other foreign
Haiti.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we celebrate. Celebrating the freedom that the our side of the island has, and not being ruled by an outside force, but more, from us.
Right. Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, here it's been tricky. Like growing up in the United States, you tend to just,
Yeah.
recognize the July 4th Independence Day. But when the years went along, you'd notice that, there was more like other things in your culture that you had to celebrate. Like, for instance, Dominican Independence Day. With
Right.
the years, I've tended to, celebrate it, and due to my it being my heritage and my my family is all from there, what I mean. So it's just something that Dominicans, I always say, are prideful, and this is a day that the pride is definitely shown. And in the month of February, there tends to be carnivals and a ton of those type of gatherings to celebrate the independence, which is huge. But shifting over and getting away from the historical things, let's get into the conversation. And we want to, go over, like we said, words and or things that Dominicans do or say. And yeah, just have a fun episode that people could, either learn from or, relive, or, just be like, oh yeah, facts, I do use these
Right.
things. And or I have seen them in my day to day life.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
start it off with you, man. What do you have for
Ooh,
our listeners?
man, tell me why for us we make sancocho on usually on some of the hottest day of the year. I don't even.
What was it? What did you say?
We make
Sancocho.
sancocho
Oh,
on some of the hottest day of the year, man. That always tripped me
yeah,
off
right.
growing up.
So,
I
can you explain what sancocho is
Yeah.
to those who aren't Dominican?
So sancocho is a stew. It's a stew made out of beef. Some people throw chicken in there, pork. Essentially, it's a soup. That's in simple words, it's a soup. We used to throw a bunch of things in there. Some people put sweet potatoes, plantains,
Sweet
potatoes.
potato.
Yeah, bro. I had it with sweet potatoes before.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
damn.
Potatoes. It has corn, and then it's literally, yeah,
Carrots.
carrots. What else? What else? Am I missing something? I think for the most part, those are the basics. Different people.
Yeah, plátano. So
Platanos
yeah,
definitely.
plantain.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
So a lot of
a lot of
víveres. Yeah, a
víveres.
lot of
Yeah, a lot of
víveres.
roots based
Yeah,
foods, and then the meats.
yeah.
You have mainly beef in there. Some people throw chicken. Some people throw pork as well.
Hmm.
And then you pour that bad boy. You take a bowl full of white rice. You pour that in there, and then you eat away, man. And don't forget, oh
So wait, Dan, this is
yeah,
this is a controversial. No, this is a controversial thing for those who eat sancocho.
mm,
For my Dominicans or anyone who eats sancocho, what's the right way to do this? This is similar to cereal,
that's
like the cereal,
right,
the milk
that's
first, or
right.
the cereal first. Do you put the rice in the
It's a kosher.
sancocho, or do you put the sancocho like on the rice? You know what I
Yeah,
mean, like
that's
or do you do like the spoonful of rice
and then you dip in
and
the
and and,
sancocho.
and yeah, dip it into the sancocho? Let us know in the comments what type of sancocho eater are you.
Yeah,
Like we said, do you put the rice in the sancocho, or do you put the sancocho on the rice? That's
exactly.
huge,
Yeah,
and that's a huge debate that needs an answer
yeah.
for
We want
sure.
the answers.
Um,
The other thing that you can forget with sancocho, you got to throw at least one or two drops of pique. If you know what pique is,
mhm,
that's what we call hot sauce.
mhm. For sure. No. Oh yeah, I don't like the hot. I'm not a huge hot sauce. I'm not a
Ooh.
spicy type of guy, honestly. But but I mean, I don't know, man. I definitely enjoy. It has enough flavor, for you
Right,
to
it's
eat
a
it
lot of
or consume
flavor
it
in
how it
there.
is. But there has been some, there has been some things people say. Normally, sancocho helps with like hangovers or something
Oh
like that. It's a
yeah,
cure to
yeah.
many things,
What I noticed, it's a Sunday thing.
right?
It's a Sunday thing, you
It's
know.
definitely it's definitely something that's warm, and definitely something that definitely says Dominican Republic. Although I was just seeing there's a lot of countries that do have some
Variation.
culture, like
Yeah.
Panama and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico has their own thing as well. All right, moving on. All right, I'm gonna go with a phrase.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
This phrase is in the English translation. The English translation to this is just like what? All right, so the phrase is "Tú estás feo para la foto."
Mm.
Translation: You're ugly for the picture. It's a bit. It's a bit straightforward. So yeah, when someone says "Tú estás feo para la foto," it's basically like, damn, you're screwed. Like,
yeah, you messed up.
Like you're done. Like you messed up, or there's nothing good for you. Or like, there's a lot of ways you could say this. Like, say for instance, you're young and you ask your mom for, a couple, like for $5 or $10 for whatever reason. She's like, bueno, mijo, tú estás feo para la foto. Aquí no hay dinero. Like, yeah, you're screwed. There's no money here. You know what I mean?
That's
or like, say you, who knows? Like, this is just random things. Like, say you're, you see a girl or something you like, or a guy you like, and you approach them, and they'd be like, "Tú estás feo para la foto. I have a boyfriend," or whatever. I have a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like that could be a thing. Like, it's just something like telling you like you're screwed.
Done.
Literally,
Yeah, you're
I think that's
you're
done. Like, yeah, you're done for.
Yeah, I feel like that.
What do you
that's
think
the best
about
way.
that, man?
Man, I used to use that a lot, man. Or
Well, the thing is, when the Dominicans be like, bueno, tú estás feo para la foto. When that first word is
when you hear that bueno, bro, you know it's done.
Yeah.
Done for, bro.
When they say that bueno, when they say that bueno and start touching their pockets, like bueno or whatever, like bueno, like it just depends, like the scenario. Like I said, if it's money involved or anything that could be involved, "Está feo para la foto" is a phrase that just know they telling you that there's no hope.
There's no hope. Yeah,
whatever
done,
you were
bro.
seeking.
Just give up. Just give up.
Yeah, indeed.
Man.
But go ahead, man.
I remember I remember when we did something, man, as little kids, and we look at each other, bueno, papá, estamos feo. That's when
yeah, there's like, a lot of instances. Like, say you knew you screwed up, and say for instance, like you were out and you were supposed to be home at a certain time. You look at the time, you're like, damn, like estamos feo para la foto. Like, we're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, we were supposed to be there at this time. There's just a lot of ways you could do it. But like I said, the English translation is "you're ugly for the picture."
You're ugly for the picture.
Just like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to always know. My mom used to always tell me this. I used to be like, "What do you mean? Like, it's not picture day today. What are you talking about?" Like, what?
I feel that's
you learn.
Growing up like in the U.S. It's like sometimes like when our parents would throw like those Dominican slangs for us, it's like, wait, what did she say? But once we learn it, we're like, oh, now I see what you meant.
Right.
Yeah, but
indeed.
Let me this for the people that like cats. If you go to DR, we don't say cat, we don't say bueno, some people say gato, but we call cats misu.
Misu, yeah.
You see a cat, the first thing a Dominican will say, misu, 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 ven misu, misu.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed,
they swear. Yeah, they swear they're communicating with the cat.
Right.
And they swear that misu is a thing that cats say, which isn't a thing, I think.
Nah. Yeah, that was growing on.
Misu.
So you're in the street, you see a cat, misu, 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 misu. Man. But
bodegas, a lot of bodegas here have cats. And yeah, like you said, they are referred to as misu. And that brought up a thought. Dogs, like there's a lot of stray dogs in the Dominican Republic. And they're referred to as viralatas, which is like the translation is can flipper.
Yeah, can flipper, something like that.
Well,
so essentially, what he's saying is that it's like it's not a high class breed or like a high class dog. That's why they on the streets.
But there's a lot of stray dogs in DR.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like I don't know if there's a vet system over there. I doubt it. Like, what's the thing called where
Like a
The
uh
pickup, the rescue, animal rescue or
oh, like animal control or whatever.
control. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think there's one in the. I mean, at
I'm
least
not
that
too
I know of.
sure. Yeah.
There's been this controversy recently in DR with a raccoon, which is a mapache, that
Hmm.
has invaded DR, and like because for some reason I heard that they were never before seen in DR, so they
Wow.
were like, "How did this raccoon get to DR?" So there's like a lot of people making like skits and giving like voiceovers to the raccoon, like, "Oh, que lo que manito, tú sabes, me están jodiendo aquí," like just giving them like giving the raccoon a
A
voice.
voice. Yeah.
But yeah, so they had like seen it, and the people had like got a bag and tried to trap it, and it like escaped or something. I don't know. So it's a long story behind it, but
Man,
it was just
raccoon in
interesting.
DR,
Just
man.
like
That's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
It's a used one or
for
it's a
sure.
more?
I don't know. I just seen one, and I just seen one in the video.
Man, what I
But
think
continuing going forward, yes, go ahead.
now I was gonna say what I think is somebody that had money wanted to have a raccoon and the raccoon just escaped.
Mm, facts. Nah, but yeah. So my next phrase or term, whatever you want to call it, is vende sueño,
Hmm.
which is
Dream
dream
seller.
seller.
Dream seller, yeah.
Man, some of these translations
Yeah,
make no
man.
sense. But so yeah, so basically, vende sueño is basically like when someone sells you a dream or a fantasy. Like if something you feel in your mind, say Michael's telling me something and I feel like it's a fantasy or something that I don't think is really adding up. I'm like, oh, tú vendes sueño. Or say, for instance, you promised me something and I never got it. Oh, me vendiste sueño. Like say, for instance, Michael's like, oh, I'm gonna get you a new phone, for instance, or something random, right? Bro, I'm gonna get you a new phone, and you never got it. Oh, me bendita sueño, like you sold me a dream, you never got me nothing. You got my hopes up. So basically, I think bended sueño is when you get someone's hopes up and that
Deliver,
person never
yeah.
gets what they were,
Hmm.
and you never deliver or whatever what that person was expecting. So yeah, it's basically like think about it. Say you had a dream or whatever, or you gave someone one of your a dream, something that you wanted, and that person never fulfilled the dream for you. Vender el sueño.
Exactly what it means. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Oh, you don't got
I
no
mean,
elaboration,
it's
man.
it's
Damn.
it's straightforward. It's what it is, you know. Somebody. Essentially, the easiest way to explain it is somebody capped on you. You know, somebody, or
Damn. In the new era, yeah, Vender el sueño could be a cap. Yes, a
yeah,
capper or yeah, or someone that capped. Yeah, you're
exactly,
right.
exactly. That's the easiest way, in today's term to put it. I
Yeah,
see.
but basically, like I said, it's just someone that like you. Damn, I don't know. Someone promised you something and you never got it. It's vender el sueño, or they told you they were gonna give you something and they never got it. Te vendieron sueño.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So y'all know.
And somebody said, I think there's a phrase. There's a phrase. Me vendiste más sueño con jugo de tamarindo.
Oh
Something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I
Like
remember that
you
one.
sold me more dream. You sold me more dreams than like tamarind juice.
Tamarind juice is because tamarind juice is
Yeah,
super super sour.
makes you sleepy.
Yeah,
Oh, doesn't it make you sleepy though?
that too.
Supposedly.
Nah, that's morisoñal. Morisoñal.
Nah,
I don't know. It
no, no,
might.
no, no. But I heard tamarind juice makes you sleepy. That's what I heard. But
It
yeah,
could be.
so
It
I
could
don't
be.
know if we ever. I don't know if we ever talked about that. Thank you for bringing it up. Morir soñando
Morisoñando.
is the translation to die dreaming. Morir soñando is die dreaming, which is a drink in DR, which is orange juice based with like milk or
Hmm.
evaporated milk, I think,
Evaporated
or
milk.
condensated milk. Yeah,
Evaporated milk.
evaporated milk. Yeah, evaporate. So basically, it's a Dominican drink, which is normally like a dessert type of drink.
Yeah, it's
It's not
usually
really like it's not. But Dominicans do eat it with like bread. Like if you have a sandwich or something, they
hmm
do drink it with like a sandwich.
you dip the.
But basically, whoa,
No,
what
I
you
say
dip it?
you dip.
Some
You
people
dip.
do.
You
Some
dip.
people
Some
no.
people
Some people
dip.
do dip it
Yeah,
though.
some people dip the sandwich in the juice, and
Yeah,
then
you're right.
yeah,
If you do, I've done it before, but
yeah.
it's not like the something I crave. You know what I mean? If you
Hmm.
do this,
It's
yikes.
something that
Nah, but
happens in
yeah,
the moment when you're like, oh, okay, let me dip it. It's like dipping an Oreo in
yeah.
milk.
Oh, or it's basically like the thing people do here with fries and Wendy's, like with the ice cream.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, essentially, yeah.
so yeah, going back to this, morir soñando, like we mentioned, morir soñando is basically Die Dreaming, the translation of Die Dreaming. So it's a drink that is so good that you would love to die dreaming with this drink.
It makes you sleepy, all right? It makes you sleep. It really do.
I don't think it makes you sleepy though. Is that
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. It does. It depends. I feel like it's a combination of what you drink it with. Usually, like for when my mom used to make it, she used to make us avena, which is oatmeal. That's what we call it. So avena, and then we had the morisoñal, either the orange version or we would get like the lemon lime version as well. So there's variations of it.
All right, so here's the thing that it said, which I guess you're right. Um, yeah, Mori Soñando is quite a blah. Also, this name derives from the relaxation state that one experiences when drinking it. Yeah,
Hmm.
the acidity of the orange juice is tempered by the presence of milk. Yeah, so it's a creamy drink.
Yes, it's
Oh, I
good.
was like, nah, nah, but yeah, for sure. Nah, continue though.
Yeah, and I'll say, what I was going to say about the Mendesueño is, no vendan sueño and suscríbanse.
Facts. You guys are vendiendo.
Están
You guys,
vendiendo
I was a yo
sueño.
no sabo kid right there. You guys are vendiendo, the vibra sueños by not subscribing. So subscribe now.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
continue. But now, let's go. You got the next one.
Until the next one. If you don't subscribe, te va a
Mhm.
comer el cuco. Tell me, bro. Bro, el cuco, bro, for us when we're little, that's how our parents used to get us to do anything. Oh, no te quería ir a dormir.
Mhm.
Quédate quédate ahí que te voy a llamar el cuco. Never failed, bro.
Mhm.
Kids were asleep
El
right
cuco,
away.
facts.
El cuco for us
El
essentially
cuco, el cu-
is the boogeyman, essentially.
Nah, it is.
Hmm.
It is a boogeyman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
el cuco is. Ah, yeah, el
good.
cuco is the one they would always tell you. El cuco is under your bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you didn't or whatever you did, they'll tell you that or whatever to scare you. But yeah,
Yeah, man.
I remember that one.
I used to not play around. Or have your mom like or your parents sang that song that said "Duérmete niño, duérmete ya, o
Mhm.
si no el
Mhm.
cuco te comerá." Bro,
See,
craziest
damn man, them
lullaby,
vocals.
bro. Craziest lullaby right there.
Yeah. Oh, so so staying in the kid terms or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, this one could be a little bit more throughout Latin America. This is a phrase or a term. I think is more a saying or a phrase, whatever you want to call it. When you're misbehaving or whatever, say you're a baby or a kid, a young kid, and you're misbehaving, parents tend to say, "Te va a dar pau pau." You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Uh-huh.
so kids. When you was a kid and you heard pau pau, which is like basically like pow pow,
Yeah.
the sound of what your hand or whatever hitting the kid is make. Well, we do not promote any child abuse
Let's
here.
put it this way. You know when there's like a fight scene on the comics book and it says pow pow, that's what it means.
Yeah, yeah, pow pow. Yeah. So instead of POW, it's PAO.
Hmm. Pow
Pow
pow.
pow. Yes.
Oh man,
But
this
yeah,
used to
no.
run,
Or
man.
if you
4 or 5
facts
year old
or
over there.
and as a Dominican kid, I would say like Dominican, we missed out. Like we mentioned before, I feel like Dominican moms have a special talent. They
Mm.
could always, I feel like Dominican moms should look into frisbee or frisbee. What's the thing? Frisbee golf or whatever the
Frisbee
thing's
golf,
called.
yeah.
There's a special talent that they have with this thing called la chancla. La chancla is a sandal.
Sheesh,
For some
man.
reason, every Dominican mom owns a pair of sandals that they like to use as a weapon. We're
Man,
not incriminating our Dominican mothers, but as a childhood, say you that it was crazy. Like just know the aim with that thing was
it was
pretty
crazy.
legit.
It was
You
crazy,
could be
man.
anywhere in the part of the house, and that thing
Bam!
is like a boomerang, whoop, pow, and come right back to them. Yeah,
You
the
could run all you
chancla, la
want, but it will
chancla. If you know,
always
you know.
cash up to you.
Facts.
And I feel that's very popular in like almost every Hispanic or Latino culture. I feel like it's
Mhm.
very big, man. You see a chancla, man. Is if you see somebody's mom wearing a chancla, don't mess with that woman, bro.
Hmm.
She's
I
dangerous.
agree.
She's dangerous. Don't mess with her.
Facts. Yeah, I agree. Nah, but is it my turn or is your
Yeah,
turn?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's your turn.
Oh,
Yeah, it's your turn.
I can throw one. This is some things that Dominicans do. You know,
Do okay.
we like saving money. So every time the batteries on the remote would die, that's one way to solve that. And I'm gonna put y'all into game. What you do, you take them bad boys and you throw them in the freezer, bro. You take the
What?
yeah,
I've never
bro.
heard of that.
Yes, bro. I grew up doing that, man. When the batteries die, like the remote batteries, like AAA, double A's, or even the 9 volts battery, you stick them in the freezer for an hour or
Mm,
two. Sometimes overnight, like put them back into wherever it needed to be. For some reason, it
damn,
works, bro. I don't know what's the science behind it,
damn.
but it works. Next time your batteries are dead, stick them in the freezer for an hour or two, and thank the man.
Is that safe?
I don't
I
know,
never heard of
bro.
that. I ain't
I
gonna
don't.
lie.
I don't know, but it works. But it works.
Mm.
Here's another thing.
Okay, so
Same thing with batteries, like the 9 volt batteries. This is how you check if to see if they had if they were good. You stick them on your tongue, and it will give you a little buzz.
I have heard of that. I've seen that one before. Okay, so we're doing things Dominicans do. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna switch it up then. All right,
What you got?
Dominicans. This is a good one. I got a couple ones, but yeah. So, okay, things Dominicans do. This is something that I think is very notable in parties or whenever Dominicans are listening to a specific genre, which is bachata. When bachata is playing and there's a guitar solo, Dominicans are very known for doing this gesture.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, when Dominicans are listening to bachata and there's a guitar solo, our fingers just trigger
It
to
just
like move.
goes,
It's like
bro.
we have we don't want to talk about Parkinson's, but it's like we just have like this thing with our fingers
Yeah,
when
bro.
bachata is playing and the guitar is like the guitar solo, we're like, you know what
Yeah,
I
when that
mean?
when that guitar está llorando, papa, you just go.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a term or phrase that they say in the music scene is the llorando, like the guitar is crying because it just sound, you know
Mm-hmm.
that little. Yeah, so and it's funny because every Dominican, I feel like more men do it, like the air guitar,
That is
but
true.
but you can hand a guitar to these people and we would not know how to play one note
Said
on
that is true.
there.
That is
You know
true.
what I mean?
That is true.
Every Dominican is a professional guitar player. You know when the music is
When
playing
we're
until they
playing
hand you
that
a guitar, then they're like blank.
exactly. You give
But
me a
the air
guitar.
guitar is a
Mm-mm.
so yeah. If you go to a Dominican party and you see them doing this, don't be worried for that person. Just know it's something that Dominicans get
It
when
just
that
happens.
bachata's playing.
It just
Yeah, it
happens.
just happens. It just happens. It's weird, bro. It just
Yeah,
happens.
you feel the rhythm and you're like, oh,
Hey,
y
and
el
you get a
romo.
pass if you're not. No. You get a pass if you're at a party and you're not dancing, but and you're doing this. You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
considered dancing in Dominican
Oh
world. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
facts. Also another instrument that Dominicans tend to play, um, or air play is like la guira. They be like
Oh yeah. Yep. But there's always
the
somebody
guira is
there that
like a
has one though. At every function, there's always a
yeah.
weed laying around.
Yeah, there is. But when there's not one around, they like to like use their hands, like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, or whatever. You know, they just like to make the Dominicans are always like I don't know. The guira is another one though that they do like fake play when they don't have it, you know, nearby, or they're here solo or something, or they just hear it in the back like
Uh huh.
and they just wanna, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that is true.
yeah,
That is true.
the guira is like a is a cheese grater type of
It looks like a
thing
cheese grater.
instrument. It looks like a cheese
Yeah.
grater. It has a lot of like small holes. We'll probably put it if we could put a picture,
Yeah.
you guys will see it. And it's normally played with like a pick type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
like a pick for your hair, and you just like scrape it type of
Yeah,
thing.
you scrape it. Yeah.
Yeah, ASMR. Yeah, but
Yeah. See,
yeah,
that's what it is right there.
yeah, facts.
Man,
But yeah, what was you gonna say though?
no. I was gonna say, staying the music in the music topic, man. Bachata for us is a mix of emotions. we get happy and sad at the same time. And not sad, but I will say miserable because we remember
Mm-hmm.
something that happened and then we just go in our bag. But at the same time, we happy because they finally play some bachata.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Indeed. Nah, bachata is like we mentioned a lot of times. Bachata is that one genre that just you could play any function. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No matter the occasion, and people are gonna like to dance or get in their bag or
We sing
wish
along.
they were in their bag and
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean. Sing along and just relive bad times for some reason or
yeah,
act like you're reliving bad times,
man.
which is weird.
If you go to like a Dominican household and you want to see somebody like as soon as you play like a classic bachata, I guarantee you the whole room is gonna start singing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole room, even if
Indeed.
we're in a little quarter out, outside by the grill, you play some fire bachata, everybody's singing. There's gonna be some people that you're like, bro, stop, but everybody you singing along, we look like a what do they call it? Like an a cappella group. We just vibe out there.
Facts. Nah, I agree. Um, did you brought up one? That was a bachata one, right? That you brought
Hmm.
up. Okay. Next thing, things Dominicans do. Um, all right. This is one. Dominicans. All right. Dominicans have this problem when they point at things. They don't use the finger. They use their lips.
Yo. Manín, pásame esa vaina que está ahí. ¿Cuál vaina? Esa.
Yeah. Yeah. Esa van.
Yeah, bro. Bro,
Yeah,
that's
you
how
know
it
what I mean. So
is.
we use our lips to like point, which is weird. Dominicans have this thing, so it's like this is the finger is more directional. I feel like you could point better,
Yes,
but for some
yes.
reason, Dominicans think the lips gives a. I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind it, but they like to point like
You're like,
yeah.
what,
If you
what,
know,
what,
you know.
what are you pointing at? I'm like,
And then you think they
"Why
blow.
not
If
you?"
you're not Dominican, you think
The
somebody's
blowing
blowing you
kisses.
kisses. You think they blowing you
Yeah.
kisses when they trying to point to where. You know what I mean? You don't try to point to where the thing's at. It's funny though. You know what I mean?
No,
But
that is true,
it's a
bro.
thing the Dominicans do. Indeed.
That is very true. That is
uh,
very true. He's one that we do every year, twice a year. Well, technically 4 times a year, celebrating
mhm.
Mother's and Father's Day, not
Yeah,
once
we've mentioned that.
but
Yeah.
twice. That's one for those that
Hmm.
haven't heard it before. We have in
Hmm.
Dominican Republic we celebrate Mother's Day the last Sunday of May, and then Father's Day the last Sunday of June. But since we're in the
Hmm.
States, we celebrate both. Why not?
Hmm. Yeah. Shout out everybody here. Dominican Americans celebrate everything double. I feel like.
Yeah.
Uh. Continue though. I got a word that I wanted to say. It was a slang word in Dominican Republic. Was mocha.
Tú
The
estás moca.
translation to mocha is fly, but like not fly, but like
Like a fly.
animal, like
Like a
the bug
fly.
fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zzz, yeah, the fly. So mocha, I mean mocha could actually either mean the fly itself, or mocha could mean the tame. The way I'm trying to use it is like be aware of your surroundings or be aware of something. Like somebody tells you, "Oh, mocha," ahí, or or somebody say "Estoy mocha," like I'm aware like of what's going on. Like you know what I mean? It's just being alert or aware of what's happening around you. Like someone tells you, "Oh, mocha, ahí, mocha, mocha." You know what I mean? You got to be
Yeah.
aware of what's going on around you. This is
Hmm.
something that is good for you to know if you visit the country and someone tells you mocha, you know what's going on.
Mocha. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's a great example of Dominicans, and we mentioned this in the past, but Dominicans, we have this weird habit of cutting words
Hmm.
because I think the actual term is
Mosca.
mosca, or
Yeah.
am I tripping?
No, mosca. Yeah, with an
Right.
S. And then we
Yeah,
just chop the
and
S
they
off.
took out the s.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, and it's mocha.
Bro,
It's a
I don't
lot of
know,
words
bro.
like that.
It's a lot of words.
Another word that's slang is fundi. Someone can say this is a more I think a newer word. If somebody be like, "Oh, yo fundi," like say for instance, hypothetically, you went out on a date or something. Like say for instance, I went out on a date and met someone, and say Michael asked me, "Oh, how was the date?" I'm be like, "Diablo, loco, yo fundí con esa tipa." Like, damn, I really enjoyed my time with her. Or like, I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like fundi, like it's like, damn, like I really enjoyed it. You know what I
It's
mean?
like a
Like,
good time. It was a
wow,
good
like.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, like fundi, yeah, like wow. So basically, I heard that, or I was looking at it. The word comes from profundo, which is like weird because
Profound. Yeah.
profundo is like deep, profound. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so something deep. So it was like, yeah, it was deep. It was like good. You know what I mean? Like it had a good time. Like a lot of people, a lot of times people be like, "Ya lo fundiste," or "tú estás fundido." Like if somebody tell you "tú estás fundido," it can mean a lot of things, but more so like you're like how can I explain this? Like you are "tú estás fundido" could be like tú estás fundido del caco, could mean like damn, like if like say you have a car or something and somebody said tú estás fundido del caco con ese carro, like you going all out on that
Mm-hmm.
car, like damn, like you wild and like you going all out, or tú estás fundido con esa tipa, like damn, you are going crazy for that girl. You know what I mean? Like
Aficiado.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
aficiado was another one we mentioned before,
Mm-hmm.
which was another word. Do you have any other slang words that we can go over quick?
Ooh.
Chucheria is another one.
Chucheria. Yeah. It's
Chucheria
like
is like
junk food.
damn, what is chucheria? It was
Yeah.
junk food or somebody.
That's one thing, and then like stuff that is unnecessary.
Yeah,
Like
stuff that is
yeah.
unnecessary. I think.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
that's
Let
what
me
I think.
see. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot of slang words, man.
This is the thing, a term or a phrase that Dominicans use when say you're having a conversation with someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then it could be used a lot of ways. All right, say me and Mike were having a conversation, right? And we just feel like the conversation is just dragging, and it could mean either the conversation is dragging and we're talking nonsense, or it can mean like say for instance we're in a debate and like we feel like we're not getting anywhere, and like you're on one side, I'm on one side, but oh, tú estás hablando plepla, like, you know what I'm saying? Like plepla is like the term that's used when like you feel like someone's talking BS or just talking to talk. You know what I mean? Like plepla.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 That is that a new one, because I haven't heard that one too much.
Yeah, plepla. I think it might. It's not really a word. It's more like
Like an
a
expression.
saying or an expression. Yeah, I think like it's not really an expression. It's like they are directing it towards someone. Plepla is like when you're talking too much. Like, oh, tú estás hablando plepla.
Mm.
So I
Okay.
guess I
Okay.
guess where it's
Okay.
come from
Okay.
is like it's like lips flapping, maybe like plepla. Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's what I. That's how I would think.
Yeah.
Here's another one. I don't think we said this one before. Bola. Dame una bola. Like, give me a ride.
Mm, hmm.
That's one. If you're looking to
Yeah.
travel over there, man, use the slang words we give you, man. You see somebody,
Hmm.
hey amigo, dame una bola. Yeah, give me a ride.
Hmm.
Could be there on the
Indeed.
motoconcho, which is the motorcycle taxi, or the taxi.
Hmm. There's a phrase too that has came from a newer phrase that's used in the United States, which was when say you had a show, like say for instance you're an artist or a performer or someone, and your friends be like, "Yo, you ate that," you know what I mean? In DR, they could say "tú te lo comiste" or "te lo
Mm-hmm.
comiste," like you ate that, like you know what I'm saying. So there's a lot of phrases sometimes that are the exact
Just
translation,
that, yeah.
but then there's times where it isn't. Like this case, it is the exact translation. When people say, "Oh, te la comiste" or "rompiste," like when somebody said "tú rompiste," it's like, oh, in the actual translation is you broke that, but what it's really trying to mean is like, oh, you snapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You went off. That's a good, or you did good. You went crazy. Like you did a good job. Um, an expression. I think people the NDR used a lot. Um, is like how can I word this? I don't know how to word this, but the expression is oh. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah. So like I don't even know how to break it down, but like they say this normally. I'd say when like, all right, say for instance, you walked into the house and you weren't expecting someone to be there. You'd be like, oh, ¿y tú estás aquí? You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, I don't even know how
Yeah,
to explain
it's
it. You
like
know what I
saying
mean? Like,
like, "Oh crap." Yeah.
yeah, oh crap, yeah. It's like oh crap, but like it's more so like an expression that Dominicans use. Like oh,
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Oh
weird,
yeah.
man. It's just something that
Yeah, that you meant to say it's like an expression when you're surprised, man. Like when you're surprised about something, like
yeah, it's an expression. Yeah, when you're surprised
it's
for
like
sure.
when you had to.
Yeah, something that caught you off
Hmm.
guard. Say you got caught off guard, you could say oh. Mm-hmm.
It's like when you had the
Indeed.
store, you're looking at the sales section, and you find a nice T-shirt, and the price says something crazy. You're like, yeah, en serio.
Yeah, or it could be two OOs. Or that's cheap, or that's
Yeah,
expensive.
that's
Oh,
right.
pero esto está caro. Pues esto está barato.
Barato.
Me voy a llevar esto. Me voy a llevar
Mm-hmm.
todo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So, yeah.
No, it's Dominicans. We love
Dominicans
them
had the.
deals,
I'm telling you,
bro.
Dominicans had Dominicans had the funniest
Oh
expressions,
yeah,
bro.
we
Oh
do.
my
We
god.
do. You will die laughing. If you actually understand what we were saying, you will die laughing, man, at the expressions that we use. It's crazy. So many of them,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I am gonna
Indeed,
say a
man.
phrase that we say a lot, and it's "Hoy se bebe."
Hmm.
This right here.
Well,
Mainly, we say
well,
that,
it's more.
especially.
It came from Anthony Santo.
Yeah, it comes from a song, Anthony Santo. He used to say back in the days, one of his. I would say that was kind of like his tag, kind of
Hmm.
like he was just going there.
Right.
Hoy se bebe. Today we drink, and we say
Hmm.
that throughout the
Today,
week
yeah, for
for
sure.
the most part.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, you
Indeed.
you got any
Um.
other expressions? I know we got there's a lot. There's a lot. That's why we keep dropping these videos for you guys, because there's a lot of expressions that we use, and we want to educate yourself. And then for people that grew up
Mhm.
within the Dominican culture or surrounded by the Dominican culture, let us know if you heard some of these terms growing up. If you have terms that you grew up that we haven't mentioned, terms that you grew up with,
Mhm.
let us know as well. That way we can put them out there.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I have a couple more expressions I think that I just thought of. One that we could say is diache.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Diache, diache. It doesn't. I don't think the word comes from anything, but it's
Nah,
basically like
it's like
man, diache.
it's
I
like
think
damn.
okay. Yeah, so diache and coño. Coño is another universal Spanish word. Coño is like I
Same
remember.
thing.
So with coño as a kid,
You weren't allowed to say.
and no, you weren't allowed to say it, but like in schools, when you can't cuss, like say for instance in school, like something like if I hit my foot on something, I'd be like coño, and the teacher would be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing."
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's the good thing of being bilingual. You could say things, get away with things in school, and you couldn't get in trouble with it. So yeah, I used to always say coño a lot in school, and nobody would never know what I was saying. But it's damn as well. Diache and coño. But I think coño is more like all right, so coño is more of like an expression towards like something of discomfort or like
Hmm.
something that like it
It
gets
just
you
makes you
pissed off,
angry.
right?
Yeah.
But diache, yeah, angry. But diache could be like something like a damn. This like if you forgot something like diache, se me olvidó esto. Like damn, I
Yeah.
forgot that.
It's a
You
little
know what I
more
mean? It's like
of an
more
expression.
right because
What's that?
coño is an expression too, though.
Yeah, but I feel like the way you use it, the action will be kind of like, damn, it's kind of hard to explain it. Or it's like right there, like, damn, I forgot what that is. Like, the ashes, se me olvidó lo que iba a decir. That's how
Hmm.
the ashes used, kind of like how you explained it. And then coño will be like, well, you can use him, you can kind of use him the same, but I feel like the ashes is more like the non cursing way of saying it.
Well, diantre is weird because then diantre is another thing.
That's another thing. Yeah. Y entre locos, se me olvidaron.
Diantre.
Yeah.
Damn, this is tricky, man.
Yeah, yeah. The
I don't
thing
know,
is
man.
that they're
It's
all
tricky.
kind of like they kind of all mean the same. It's just like people use them interchangeably.
Yeah, but I think coño is definitely more is not permitted.
Yeah,
Like compared to like you probably get a pass with diantre.
yeah.
Diantre
You
is
get a
like
pass.
subtle.
Yeah, coño is
I
like
think
it's
it all
saying
depends on the
bad girl.
tone you say it, cause
Mm-hmm.
diantre is like chill, diach is like whoa, and then coño is like damn. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like say you hit your foot on the like the infamous hitting your toe on the bed,
On
the
the
bed
bed
frame.
now or on the table.
Coño, you saying coño? You know what I mean? You're not saying diache, diantre. You saying coño?
Yeah.
Me di duro. I'm saying damn, I hit myself hard. But yeah. But then so no, it's funny because like I said, I was playing softball when I was in Maryland, and like a lot of like the American guys that would hear us play, they start to learn a lot of the phrases we'd use, like coño. Like if, for instance, somebody hit it, they'd be like coño, dale duro, coño. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People would be like, oh, what's that mean? And we'll tell them, and then it was funny. People would come to us on our dugout and be like, coño. Yeah, if you're whoever's watching this, if you're parents, we have good. We don't say this on our daily. We just saying this to give people. It's not really a bad word to teach, right?
It's all for educational purposes. All right.
Yeah, educational purposes for sure. But yeah, man. I don't have anything else right now on the top of my head. Neither written down. Uh, I wanted to finish it off with a couple of quick questions or a
Mm-hmm.
couple of quick statements, and then we can
Yeah, yeah,
finish
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yes, sir.
Um, it's a 2 for 1, I think, but we'll just start with this one. What's one thing that you think of when you want to describe your childhood? If you when you were in DR, like if you went to visit or whatever, like what's one thing that is outstanding to you that you're like, damn, that's my childhood in DR.
Man, I would say, man, I just felt free when I was there as a kid, man. Just because me and my
But like a
cousins.
certain activity or something, though, you know what I mean? Like
Okay, okay.
or something that just reminds you of your childhood in DR. You know what I
They
mean?
are.
Something, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
something specific.
Fighting beta fish.
Mm.
That's one, man. We because where we live in DR, our house, well, my grandma's house, and now the house that my mom is building out there is near a creek, and that creek is just full of beta fish. So what we would do is we would go, over there we don't have the plastic like bottles, soda bottles.
Hmm.
We'll have the glass ones. So what we would do is we'll take a bunch of with us, and then we'll put like individual fish in there, and then we'll get a tub fill it with water, and then we will throw them in there to fight, and then we will start running like a little wager, like a peso here, 2 pesos there. Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, most of you probably know betas are they
very
have to be alone because
yes,
yeah
very
they're a
territorial.
breed that territorial exactly, and I don't know where the habit or whatever or the skill or not skill but the hobby came from in DR, but kids are known for that, like spinning the bottle and
Hmm.
you know what I mean. It's a ton of things that they train their fish or the betas. Like it's a
Ain't
lot.
that crazy?
It's the same with the roosters
With a
or
rooster,
cocks, right?
yeah.
Was it?
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
once you have a rooster, that means you're grown now.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah, but so yeah, that's your childhood. Okay, so I'd say what something that reminds me of my childhood in DR. It's a couple, but I'd say more so making and flying chichiwas, which are
Ooh,
kites.
yes.
Like in DR, kids like make their own kites and fly them. Like I remember, I had a friend of mine's. He used to be a pro making them, so he would always make them. But after he
Hmm.
make them, we would go and fly them. Normally they make them like out of plastic bags,
Yeah, like a trash
stuff
bag.
like that, and in a trash bag, and make the tea or whatever with the
Hmm.
sticks or stuff like that,
And you take the
and then they fly them.
mosquitero,
And
cut the mosquitero, use that as
yep,
the tail.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah, facts, facts. Yep.
Good times,
Now, so
man.
that's something I feel like I remember in my childhood. That for sure. Or Mom Dukes, we used to have bikes over there. Mom Dukes just letting us ride our bikes, and me getting lost 1,000 times on my
Oh
bike
man,
around Baraona. Yeah, so it
fun
was crazy. But yeah,
times,
that's my
man.
childhood. And then one more thing before that, and then this was what's one thing specific that you miss from DR? And you guys can answer this in the comments as well.
One thing that I miss from the yard, man. Ah, it's a lot of things, man. I would say one, my family that's out there, and then number two, just the beach over there, man. It's nothing like it over here.
Right.
Like, just that
Indeed.
crystal
Nah.
clear
Yeah.
blue water everywhere you go. Man, being able to go scuba, not scuba, but snorkeling anywhere, man, it's nothing like it.
Facts. Nah, I agree. I mean, like you said, I feel like families. I mean, I was just there, so it's different. But
Mm-hmm.
family is something that I miss for sure, and like the food. Something I don't miss is the driving and the traffic there. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, the conchos,
But
man.
yeah, yeah. Now I just miss like you say, I don't know, just being able to access the beach and the rivers, easily. That's just something that you can't do here. And yeah, other than that, like the family and all that aspect of just feeling like free in a way because you're on vacation,
Right.
like not having the pressure of like work or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just something that I say I'd miss a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
No, I feel
but
that. I
yeah,
feel that.
yeah, that's the last thing I had though, man. Any last thing from you? Any questions or any more words or anything? Or we're done?
Nah, man, just I want to make sure everybody knows that if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification button. That way, well, notification bell. That way, you get updated with the latest and newest coming out from the channel. Uh, and if you're listening to us, make sure to subscribe. Is there a subscribe button when they
Yeah.
yeah, subscribe in the
Mm-hmm.
platform that you're listening to, and leave a rate or a review on whatever platform that you're listening to. Really help us out, and yeah, be out there and be great.
Mm-hmm. No, sure. Yeah, happy Independence Day to Dominican Republic. Comment that down below. Feliz Día de la Independencia. Al patio. A nuestra tierra. Nuestra Quisqueya Bella. Yeah, happy
Amen.
Independence Day to the island and to everyone that's Dominican listening to this. Happy Independence Day to you as well. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Another Dominican based, Dominican influenced episode added to the the collection.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let us know if you guys want us to continue this. Comment down below anything specific that we missed, or if you want to hear more words, more expressions, more phrases.
Slangs. Yeah.
Let us know more slang. That way we know what exactly you guys want, and we can give that to you guys. So yeah, thank you for checking out and listening to another episode of Dino de Libras podcast with this special edition of Dominican Independence Day. Thank you guys for tuning in every Monday to the podcast. We appreciate you guys and your continued support, and those that are new. Thank you for coming and giving us a chance, and hopefully enjoying your time here. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, this is the end of the podcast. Make sure you hit that like button, comment something positive, comment something that you enjoyed from today's episode, or comment something that you feel like you relate to down below so we can see. Remember, we are starting to do something where we're going to start mentioning the comments of the week or comments of the episode, or whatever, it's however you want to word it. The best comment in the comment section will be mentioned in the next episode. Unfortunately, last episode we didn't see anything of. I mean, thank you guys that they commented, but they were all like the same. You know what I mean? Nothing stood out. So basically, everybody was just saying happy anniversary. So we appreciate you guys, but we need a comment that stands out to be able to mention it. You know what I mean? So make sure you think about that when you're commenting. If you want to be mentioned, then yeah, you get mentioned on the podcast. So yeah. But if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And like we always say, remember to subscribe.
And let's vibe. Peace. Money pass.